reopened in July, when a Twitter note from the U.S. Embassy in Manila mentioned Sabah, Malaysia. The furious reaction from Philippine Foreign Secretary Teodoro Locsin Jr. was to deny that Sabah was in Malaysia. The lack of realism in that statement sums up the whole Philippine narrative centered on its disputed and anachronistic claim to Sabah. Philippine pundits may oppose or reject Sabah's inclusion in Malaysia since 1963, but denying the fact of Sabah being a part of Malaysia amounts to abandoning reality. It is of no help to the Philippines itself or to its relations with Malaysia. That Sabah or North Borneo was once part of the Brunei Empire is not disputed. But the Philippine claim to Sabah rests on the assertion that Brunei gave the territory to Sulu in return for assistance in the 1660–73 Brunei Civil War. Brunei has never accepted or acknowledged that North Borneo was given to Sulu. A narrative in Brunei states that although an offer of land may have been made in exchange for military support, that support never came, so the deal was never concluded. No Sulu Sultan or other authority has been able to furnish proof of ever receiving the territory from Brunei, or of having governed it since. Britain annexed Sabah as a crown colony in 1946, after the chartered British North Borneo Company acquired it through a sale from the German magnate Gustav Overbeck, who had obtained the cession from the Sultan of Brunei in December 1877. Since Sulu was making representations to the territory then, Overbeck also went through the motions of a cession with the Sultan of Sulu some 3 weeks later. Two competing title deeds were obtained, signifying rival claims to ownership and sovereignty being given away. Both title deeds were for a permanent cession, but only Sulu has tried to overturn the agreement. Sulu representatives have since tried to use the title deed granted to Overbeck as proof of Brunei having ceded the territory to Sulu. Even before the founding of the Republic of the Philippines, successive Spanish and U.S. colonial administrations had already rendered the Sulu Sultanate defunct. Any credence in the Philippine claim today is highly contested and purely historical in nature, which is rejected in international law. The Manila Accord of July 31, 1963, facilitated the formation of Malaysia with Sabah without hindrance from the Philippines, while granting Manila the option of continuing to entertain its claim. However, conditions were set by both the Philippines and the descendants of the defunct Sulu Sultanate. Manila wanted a UN-approved plebiscite of Sabah residents endorsing the creation of Malaysia, and the Sulu partisans wanted the continuation of the Rm5,000 annual cession payment, later increased to Rm5,300 from Malaysia. Malaysia met both conditions. However, after the February 2013 attacks on Sabah by armed militants from Sulu which violated their part of the agreement, Malaysia discontinued the payments. Philippine partisans have also described the annual cession payments as rent to support their claim of ownership. The persistent claims to Sabah, whether from Manila, Sulu or both, are disreputable and without foundation. They are a continuing irritant to the Philippines' ties with Malaysia and risk a rupture in otherwise healthy relations.